I'm really trying to wing this video today because my notes are downstairs and I just can't be bothered walking up and down the stairs. The baby keeps punching me in the nether regions and I can't do it. So let me just talk you through it. I pretty much know my birth plan inside out anyway, but to start off, disclaimer, I'm very aware that birth plans very rarely go to plan. So let's say that this is more of my birth wishes. I think that's a better way to put it, so people don't say, yeah, but this might happen and this might happen and oh, I wanted that but I couldn't get it. So yeah, basically even before I was pregnant, I wanted a home birth. I have always wanted a home birth. Those plans unfortunately got a bit poo-pooed when... oh, sorry about that. Those plans got a bit poo-pooed when I found out I had group B strep. That means that I have to be on antibiotics, intravenous antibiotics, every 8 hours for the antibiotic that I need to have because I'm allergic to penicillin. Every 8 hours before I give birth, and ideally they need to get at least 2 lots of those antibiotics in me before I have the baby for them to be effective. So that means I have to go to hospital, unfortunately. So many people say to me, oh, it's the best place for you and your baby. I don't believe it is the best place for me and the baby, but circumstances have changed, so I have to make the most of it. I've been practicing hypnobirthing and I did a course with the Positive Birthing Company with Siobhan Miller. I didn't attend a class, but I bought a course online which was £35 and I think the course is absolutely brilliant. You pay a lot more for that with a lot of the other hypnobirthing companies, so definitely look into it if you're interested in learning more about hypnobirthing. Ultimately it's about learning how to breathe, learning how to stay relaxed, preventing yourself from getting stressed and tense, which ultimately then means that oxygen isn't going to the right muscles for them to work efficiently enough to get the baby out. When you're stressed and you're tense, adrenaline kicks in, which we really don't want to happen during birth, because when adrenaline kicks in, our bodies operate kind of a flight mode and blood goes to our extremities usually to get you out of that situation. When we're giving birth, we don't want to get out of that situation. We need to give birth and it's a very natural thing, so instead we really need to focus on getting the oxygen to the correct muscles to work to get the baby out. And we really want to be producing as much oxytocin as possible, and to do that it's just about keeping calm, keeping relaxed, keeping comfortable, and just keeping yourself in the right state of mind. I've never been through birth before. That could be totally unrealistic for me to say that, but I've read and watched a lot of positive birth stories which you know, have proven that that can happen. People are really quick to tell you that all about their traumatic experience, and I'm really, it's a difficult one because of course, like when people are telling you these stories, you sympathise with them, and it's not nice for anybody to go through, and people go through all different types of situations when they're giving birth. But just try and remember, when people are telling you all of these horror stories, and just remember that that's not necessarily going to happen to you, so why not focus on it being a positive experience? Why not look forward to it? This is probably going to be a once in a lifetime thing for me. It's something that is incredible, so rather than dread it, rather than assume that you're going to have the worst birth in the world, look forward to it and just prepare yourself best you can to understand the human body, to understand what's happening when you are giving birth and what you can do to help and assist that. Basically with the hypnobirthing, It's all about creating an environment that's going to make you feel relaxed and comfortable. So the way I'm doing that is I'm taking lavender essential oil to put on a tissue to breathe that in, or onto a pillow. I'm taking some massage oil, which is full of essential oils as well, and so Curtis can use that to massage me when I'm feeling, you know, super stressed, and I just need him to help me to relax. I'm taking my hypnobirthing tracks to remind me of the positive affirmations that I've got, and the soundtracks on remembering how to breathe, etc. I've also got some battery operated tea lights, which I will put those in the room. The ward which I'm going on is a midwife led birthing unit, and I believe that they have dimming lights, so I can make the environment more calming. Another thing I'm doing, or I wish to do, is to have a water birth. There are 2 pools on the ward, and the midwife said I'd be really unlucky if they were both being used. I'm going to use the water for pain relief, and again just to keep me as relaxed as possible. I may end up hating it, but that is something that is in my birth plan. I am not going to use any other drug apart from gas and air. Again, this is something that I wish to do, and in reality it might not work out like that. There may be complications, or I may not be able to stand the pain. I'm very aware that things can change in birth, but for now this is just what I would like to happen in my birth. I have asked the midwife that no students are present. I want as little number of people in the room as possible. I only want people in there who absolutely need to be there. I think it's important that you don't have a load of strangers looking down at you when you're feeling quite vulnerable. I also plan to give birth. I want to be as active as possible during my labour, so I'll be using the birthing ball to keep moving and to move my hips, etc. I will hopefully be upright, and if not in the birthing pool, then be on all fours when I'm giving birth. I definitely don't want to labour on my back. I know that I may have to labour on my back if I end up having an epidural. The plan is not to be on my back, so the baby doesn't need to fight against gravity to come out. I'm trying to think what else. I've ordered a TENS machine, which it was supposed to arrive 4 days ago, which is a bit worrying, but they did email me yesterday and say that that's going to be delivered either today or tomorrow at the latest, so I'll be using that to help me with my pains and my contractions, of course, when I'm not in the pool. So early stages of labour with the TENS machine, later stages of labour ideally will be the birthing pool and gas and air if I need it. Oh, anything else? I plan to deliver the placenta without the injection, so they class that as a 3rd stage of labour, but I'm very happy for the midwife to step in, and if there's any hemorrhaging, etc., I'm more than happy to have the injection. I've not decided to encapsulate my placenta or make it into pills, etc., because with the group B strap it's not recommended that you do that. Have I covered everything? I think so. The only other thing to know is that without the home birth, I really wanted to labour as much as possible at home, but unfortunately I pretty much have to go. Excuse me, I'm so tired today. What is wrong with me? From 38 weeks pregnant, that's probably what. I have to get to the hospital pretty much as soon as labour starts, rather than waiting for established labour, which again is a little bit shit, I'll be honest, but I have to make the decision what's right for me and the baby. So we'll be going to the hospital ASAP. Up until yesterday, my birthing partner Curtis was working in Scotland, and the Navy were not letting him work down here before the baby was born, which was kind of our original plan, so that He'd work on the base in Portsmouth, which is 20 minutes away. But they were being quite difficult, and it was going to take him either 8 hours to drive down. When I rang him saying I'm in labour, I would have had to get myself to the hospital and just kind of go through that whole beginning process on my own, which I was so stressed out about. But my midwife kindly spoke to the Navy, and they've granted him to work from down in Portsmouth from now until the baby's born, and then he obviously has his paternity leave. So it's something which has changed my mood so much. I was so stressed out about it, especially when I hit 37 weeks and I was like, this is really real now. Like, he usually goes back on a Sunday night and he comes back on a Thursday evening. So if I went into labour like Tuesday night, he would have had to wait till the morning to get either a plane or a train, and then it's like another like long slog of travelling. So it could have potentially been 24 hours before he got to me. So who knows what could have happened, but anyway, I don't need to think about that now because it's all been resolved, and I'm just so relieved. But yeah, that's my birthing plan. Like I say, it's just important for me to just stay as calm, relaxed and comfortable as possible. If you wouldn't mind giving the video a little click thumbs up if you did enjoy it, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.